These are actually real live educators. What the fuck, yo? Yo! The fuck you doing? Yo, when? Bitch, what the fuck you looking at like you crazy? You could've just fucking killed me. You looking at me like you fucking crazy? Yo, that is fucking crazy. Yo, your mistake can cost someone their life. Watch what you're doing. Yo, you know what? Yeah, we calling the NYPD on that. Cause you out of pocket. And this is exactly why I'm starting to feel the fucking way I feel about the shit that I fucking feel. Cause you're my guy. Yeah. These motherfuckers have no licenses. They do not fucking belong here. I literally just damn near lost my fucking life. Yo, what I tell you, with everything I got going on right now, I really, really feel like the universe is really, really testing me to see just how far I'm gonna go before I snap the fuck off. Cause, boy. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna wrap this up later. Yeah, so that, what you just saw was Monday, right? Now, what I didn't get on video, which I wish I could have, was 3 hours after that, I'm on my way back to the crib, right? So I'm on the bus, and I'm up by the concourse, right? Like 167 or 68. But coming back from the concourse, I'm on the bus, and oddly enough, this young girl was getting off the bus, and she couldn't have been no more than 20, 22, maybe. You know what I mean? From my perspective, she was a young kid, and I don't know if this is a cultural thing when it comes to people from like South America, but, and this is from my lens and my own experience, but it seems like when it comes to personal space, they kind of just don't seem to get it. Like I said, I don't know if it's a cultural thing and they don't care, but they will sit right up on you, all in your personal space when there's no need for it. Like, I was buying a Metro card one day, and shorty was literally standing behind me on my back, trying to rush me off the machine. It's like, yo, mira, you know, back up. And they look at you like you're crazy. So anyways, like when the doors open for the train or the bus, they literally trying to walk in before you can even start walking off. So basically that's what happened. Her and a group of people getting off the bus, and then him and his wife are walking in. But as he does, I'm already on the bus, right? So as he does, he turns and says to the girl, "Move and get the fuck out the way, you dumb bitch. Stupid fucking nigger." And I don't know if it's because of just everything that's going on right now, or and the combination of the day that I was already having, because I already had Mama Africa try to take me up off this rock and then make excuses about what she did when she admitted that she shouldn't have been driving because she's supposed to be in therapy and she can't even drive, but you still whipping a 200-pound car through the city that you can't control, right? But anyways, stay on track. I don't know, like, and this just happens. I'm on a video call with my old lady and shit. So me and her are talking as this happens. So when he says it, I immediately, like, you know what I'm saying, if you see a nigga, smack one. So now I'm in this dude's face. We face to face, and we're going back and forth. And this shit is just wild to me, because it's like, as I start checking him on it, his first thing to do is he starts showing me the palm of his hand, talking about, see, we brothers. Now, see, if we was brothers, first of all, you wouldn't be in my country in my home thinking that it's okay to just violate and disrespect my people, the people who look like me. And the fact that he said what he said the way he said it, and that's what really triggered me, because it was the disgust and the venom in his tone when he hit that hard R. The way he said it was like, was pure utter disdain and disgust. And I snapped, yo, because I'm sitting here really looking at all this shit, and I said this shit on the bus in front of everybody, yo. The only place where we really stupid at is that we fought for the rights of these people to come here through the Civil Rights Act in 1964-65 when immigration was attached to it. And they have gotten so comfortable here that they feel like that they can just treat us like shit. And then demand that we go out and fight for the rights of their illegal titis, tias, abueletas, and all this other shit. I mean, and I'm going to be keeping a buck, right? I blame a lot of this on us, because no one made us go out there and march for these people. We chose to do it. And right now, how many black people do you hear still saying, oh, we have to fight for the illegals, ICE is doing this? Fuck them. They're illegal. They have no legal standing in this country. But the fact that they will come in your face and call you a fucking moyo or mayete and scream out mejora la raza, I'm over it. And literally, what I experienced with that little, I don't know if he was from Mexico, Guatemala, where. All I know was he looked like a South American cat. He spoke a little English. And I literally told him, bro, you keep up with that disrespect, I will bounce your bitch ass back across the border. And it got to the point his wife had to drag him off the bus, because I was really about to put hands on him. And this is something else that you got to understand, right? These cats come here from these third world countries that they're running from. And they come here and talk about how we have no culture and we're lazy and we this, we that. But we paved the way for you to have a better life, because you're running from the shithole that you're escaping because you can't make it there. But you come in here and you're going to disrespect and violate the people that are here who made it possible for you to even have somewhere to come to is wild to me. And the fact that we as a society and a people are continuing to allow this to happen is even more diabolical. Like, from this point on, I refuse to be gaslit, to feel any type of empathy, worry, care, or concern for these illegals anymore. I refuse. We need to start reading the room. They've always told us how they feel. They've always been open. And it's time for us to step back, mind our business, and handle our own issues. Immigration, we are not immigrants. Therefore, immigration is not an issue we have to worry about. Don't let them gaslight you about, oh, what are coming for you next. No, because we are written into the Constitution under the 14th, 15th Amendment. It's already been stated that we are the only group who cannot be deported. We have no dog in this fight. And the fact that they are so blatantly disrespectful as they're going through what they're going through, and then turn around and be like, well, where are all the black people? We're staying our moyo mayete asses out of this, and we staying in the house because y'all motherfuckers are so damn disrespectful, yo. And what really, other than that bothered me was, like, this was a grown-ass man. I got daughters. And if you felt that comfortable saying what you said to that young lady on the bus, you would feel that comfortable saying that to one of my little girls. And if that would have been one of my daughters and I'd have been in the vicinity, it would have been more of the conversation. I'd have took your fucking head off. I straight would have took his fucking head off. And we have to stop, because at this point, we looking like cowards. Because you tell me what other country you can go to where you can literally touch down, violate the local population, and nobody says it does a damn thing. And the majority of the local population walk around like they don't see or hear the shit. Because I guarantee you, if I would have went south of that border to whatever country he came from and did the same thing he did to one of they women, stupid bitch, you know what I'm saying, and use one of those slurs against her, one of them little narco boys, Sicarios with the now would have had me hanging from a bridge. But they come here and do that, and they know, because they're foreign nationals, they have certain protections under international law, under the United Nations international law. So they run amok and they act fucking crazy. So yeah, I don't care how nobody feels at this point, because my experiences, what I see every day, what I have to live through being a resident in a sanctuary city, cuts through all the progressive lies and bullshit that everyone else is trying to push. These people do not like us. They have never liked us. It's ingrained in their cultures. I mean, I can't remember the last time I actually heard a white person within my actual vicinity, within my area, say that shit with that much disdain, anger, and hatred in their voice to where I could even hear it. I can honestly say that. I can't. And that's what's crazy. These motherfuckers is worse than the fucking white folks that we actually complaining about, right? And so that's my other thing, right? We sit back and complain about the devil this and the devil that, but the devil don't seem to be the actual problem right now. They may be facilitating it, because the actual devil that you're worried about ain't your devil. Because, you know, they taught us to, the right, the conservatives, they this, they that. I'm sorry, but the conservatives did not dump all these people in our communities and our neighborhoods. The Democrats did. Mama Kamala and old Sleepy Papa Joe dumped all these people in our neighborhoods. And if you live in New York City, just like this is going around the same time with congestion pricing on the Upper East Side, right? Because they didn't want people from the outer boroughs parking in their neighborhoods during the day when they had to go to work. That's us. That's who they talking about. So these liberal whites, these progressive whites don't want us in their neighborhoods. They don't want the people that they running around fighting for and telling you to protest for in their neighborhoods. And they'll dump them in your neighborhood and let them violate you and then make you fight for the shit. And a lot of us are still willingly doing it. And then, one generation in, right? We vote for these people's kids to become politicians just because they have a certain skin tone. But all they do is take care of their homelands. Do you think I'm bullshit? Look what's happening in Minnesota right now. Look what's really happening in Minnesota right now. Like, really pay attention. And no one's going to tell me that this is not a psyop. Because if you get online right now, you look at every first world nation. Every first world nation simultaneously is dealing with the same exact thing. Japan right now, they're having protests and riots. Why? Because of illegal immigration. Europe, illegal immigration. America's illegal immigration. How is the whole fucking first world going through the same thing at the same time? This has to be done by design. There's an unseen hand that is moving and pushing these chess pieces across the board, right? Again, they are trying to make us extras in their movie because the world is a stage and there's something else going on. And if we don't start paying attention, we're going to get completely lost in the sauce and caught up in the mix. Yeah, I know I got a little long-winded and drawn out, but this shit is wild to me. And something's got to give, because there's no way in hell that we should be dealing with the level of disrespect that we deal with in our own country, when we are tax-paying citizens and the money that our taxes generate is what made it possible for them to spend $400 a night in hotels in Times Square, get free SNAP benefits, Medicaid, Medicare, and everything else on our dime. And in certain states like California, grants for first-time homeowners, regardless of legal status. How is all this federal funding and city and state funding going to these illegals? And then if you're a New York City resident, I want you to pay attention to what Governor Hochul actually did. When they did the new budget for New York State, that $45 billion that New York City spent housing and taking care of all these illegal migrants came out of the city budget, not the state budget, which means all of us New York City residents are solely responsible for all these people that illegally came over the border and continue to live within New York State, whether they stayed in the city or not. The ones that went up to New York State and all that funding is going up to New York State, we're paying for that shit out of our tax dollars. But we have people here that are born American citizens who are homeless sleeping outside. We have veterans that can't get the proper care. We're talking about people that have stepped boots on the ground in foreign lands, supposedly, allegedly fighting for the freedoms of the American people, and they can't get what they need. But this government has money hand over fist for illegals. Yeah, at this point, and after what I experienced yesterday of literally being damn near mowed down by one, and then literally having to put these paws on one for violating a black woman, it's over for me, yo. I'm up. I could give a damn what happens to these people at this point. If you're not supposed to be here, you gotta go. Ice round these motherfuckers up and get them up out of here. And it's for the lady that almost took me out. Yeah, I'm gonna let you know outright. I'm reporting that ass to the NYPD because after you told me on camera, well, I can't really drive. I'm not supposed to be driving because my body. Then why the fuck are you driving, man? Because y'all don't give a fuck. You don't. So if you're not gonna live by the laws of this land, then y'all need to go back home. Period. It is what it is. And I know this is gonna rub a lot of people the wrong way, right? But these last 4 years in this city, I've just seen too much now, and I can't unsee it. And the fact that we're supporting it makes it even worse. Like, I'm starting to look at a lot of us as completely lost because we will literally fight for the rights of people who actually have no rights, who disrespect us in our faces, and then we will shit on our own people. If that is not the most cowardice shit, and then we will sit back and use excuses like, oh, well, I have empathy and you don't, as a fucking excuse to be a coward. We better tighten up. We better really fucking tighten up. Because if we don't tighten up soon, everything that our ancestors fought for is going to be out of the fucking window, and it's going to be gone. And when future generations look back, this is going to be that era that they circle and put an asterisk by and be like, those motherfuckers was clowns. But yeah, man, that's my rant for the day. And it is what it is. Realize, and transparency forces accountability. Y'all keep your eyes to the stars, man, and keep that head on the swivel. Because, yeah, after Monday, I know now I got to keep my head on a constant swivel because these motherfuckers is just reckless. So y'all be safe out there, man, and stay dangerous.